Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Row of Gilead here, coming at you again with another legendary character min-max unlock guide. Today we're coming at you with Nova. I'm going to show you how to get 3-star Nova free to play, minimum investment with only 2 characters out of all of our teams being at level 75. Everyone else was level 70 or lower. So if you're ready to figure out how this is done, jump on in with me. Let's talk about some teams. So let's just jump right in. We're not going to mince any words, kill any time here. We're going to run through node by node, kind of the teams you're going to need, ability levels, character levels, and why these things are important. So jumping right in, first 2 nodes are unrestricted. We took our Sinister 6 team. If you're new to our guides, we use Sinister 6 a lot in this content, mostly because they're kind of a jack-of-all-trades kind of team. You can build these 5 characters above Vulture, Craven, Doc Ock, Mysterio, and Lizard. Have a very solid team that works in all the different Scourges, whether it's villain nodes, city villain nodes, and even more. So Sinister 6, we already had them built up to level 70. They were able to get through the nodes pretty easily with minimal strategy or effort needed. And of course, it's going to help you with a bunch of other Scourges and packed requirements. So having Sinister 6 is just, you know, it should be a standard, hopefully, at this point. Moving on ahead, you need your Masters of Evil. Now, the Masters of Evil, it's very important to understand you're going to need them 3 times, okay? So they're going to have to be able to get through all of these nodes. Now, we were able to do this with all of them being at level 70, gear tier 13. However, you do really need to invest highly in all of their abilities. We have all of their passives maxed out across the board, T4'd, right? And then a lot of their ultimates, specials, and basics are at 5 or 6, whatever the one right before their maximum happens to be, right? Some of them have 7, some of them have 6. But that's where they're at, right? They're pretty much maxed out as far as abilities are concerned. And the reason being is we're going to turn on the Cosmic Crucible bonuses, and all of their special abilities and their synergy comes from those Cosmic Crucible stats. So making sure those abilities are as leveled up as you possibly can is going to be super duper duper helpful when it comes to tackling these nodes at a low character level. Moving ahead, we have our City Hero team. Now, I didn't have Penny Parker unlocked when I did the event on stream. I do have her now, and she was who I would recommend using instead of Robbie. But if you don't have your Penny Parker yet, because she was a tougher unlock for free-to-play players, you know, you can take in Ghost Rider Robbie, who you get from the Cosmic Crucible store, and he's going to do just fine. We had 0 issue with these nodes because this team is basically brand new. The 2 characters that aren't brand new in Spider-Man Noir and Ghost Spider have both had kit reworks for the Spider Society team. Robbie Reyes has come out in the last year since this event has launched, so he's statted a little more powerful. We'll talk about it a bit when we get to the node section. This was just have their passives up as high as you can get them, have them at level 70, gear tier 13, play a little smart, but once you get past like the first part of their first node, they fly through everything else. Moving on, we needed global bio, and for this we took Gamma. In the past, I had taken Gamma with Cap on my main account, and this worked out really nice now that we have the leader. So, you know, you're already building your Gamma team for Apocalypse. Obviously, you're trying to minimally invest in them, but get the most out of them. So, you know, we were able to take A-Bomb, Brawn, Hulk, Red Hulk, and Leader into this event. And again, is right here, this Hulk and this Red Hulk were the only 2 characters we used that were above level 70. So everyone else in this list is 70 or under. So that's what you're looking at, right? Hulk and Red Hulk kind of needed the boost, mostly because, you know, they needed to last, right? Red Hulk needs to take hits. Green Hulk needs to take hits to draw things towards Red Hulk so he can pop up with his ultimate. So making sure they were a little bit higher for survivability purposes really, really helped. You probably could RNG your way through it with these 2 at level 70, though I don't know how much I'd recommend that. I don't know if that's worth beating your head against the wall over and over again to really push through. And then finally, we had Cosmic, and this is honestly one of the most overpowered keywords in Marvel Strike Force. We had Vol, Void Knight, Icarus, Cersei, and Kang. And this just kind of walked all over everything. You have to kind of be careful at the end of their nodes, which we'll talk about here in a second, because you kind of don't want, especially, you don't want them to have to wait for cooldowns going into the final node where there's all the Horsemen and Apocalypse is basically what you're looking at. So just because this team beats face and makes quick work of these nodes doesn't mean you don't have to play them kind of smart. You still have to, you know, make sure that you are saving the abilities, using your abilities at the right time so that when you get into the next node where you have to end up facing almost all of the horsemen and apocalypse throughout it, you have, you know, your Kangbangs are ready, your Vol Alt is ready, you're going to be able to hit a couple of the ultimates with Void Knight and ability block key targets. So this team is super strong. And the first time you go through that node, it's going to feel really easy, but you got to be careful, okay? And you know what? Since this is the last team we're talking about, we might as well move on, jump back into the game here, and talk about the nodes. So let's move over. Now, I am kind of heartbroken here. I wanted this to be a 500K unlock guide. It is instead going to be a 499,708 unlock guide. Now, you'll notice I haven't claimed my rewards yet, and that's because you only need 475,000 to get him unlocked, right? You only need 100. You'll end up with 30, 60, 90, 105, okay? So it's not, you know, ideal. I was really hoping that we could top this off with the bonus from our run, but it just didn't. We didn't quite get there points-wise. For the Scourges, or the Pacts in this case, what we used Avenging X Factor on spawn. City hero characters gain the X Factor trait, and all mutant characters gain the Bionic Avenger trait. This is a freebie. Feel free to use it. All bio characters gain... Oh, sorry. Next one is Man vs. Machine. All bio characters gain additional crit hit chance, and all tech characters gain additional dodge chance. It gets annoying in some places, but it's really not too bad. If I was to when I do this again, if I do this for a low star unlock, I would not use on the offensive. There is an argument to be made for Masters of the Spider-Verse, but that's going to make some of your nodes very, very challenging. Very, very challenging on the defense, or fighting the defense on them, because those Spider-Verse and Tangled Web traits are going to really help on some nodes. Same thing with the global bios getting Masters of Evil, and we'll touch on that when we get to the nodes, so you can kind of prepare for that if you want to. I always use Snake Eyes, right? On spawn, player characters gain increased crit hit chance, and enemy characters gain increased crit hit damage. Supernova on turn, Striker bury yourself for 5% of their max health, and that Striker kills, and if that Striker kills an enemy, generate 1 ability energy for self. And then finally, we use Power Cosmic. All Cosmic Crucible abilities are active. Warp World is interesting. You can do this with Warp World, flipping the negatives to positives and healing in between turns. It gets really wild. It's not easy to strategize with. Your best bets, if you want to push 500K with lower level Toons, would just be to add Masters of the Spider-Verse. I'm not saying it's going to make it significantly harder, but you should still be able to get through it. But again, minimum unlock guide. I was hoping to show you all the Red Star 500K, but it is good to know that in a lot of other instances, your bonuses will clear you 9,000 points. And in this, you'll notice we barely got 7,200. So the bonuses are a little less in this one on difficulty 5. It's a little harder to push those extra points at the end of the nodes, if that makes sense. Now, let's go through these nodes real quick on difficulty 5. Again, the first 2 nodes we used in Sinister 6, we blew through this. There's nothing challenging here. It's not worth our time to discuss. And the nice part about using Sinister 6 on these is you don't have to worry about conserving their cooldowns. You don't have to worry about, effective HP play, because as long as they all make it through the first node with full health, you're gonna beat the second node. So, level 70, Gear Tier 13, 13, Sinister 6. We'll make it through those, no problem. Then we have the City... Oh, sorry, that was that one. For here, Master of Evil is node 2, my bad. This one is kind of a no-brainer, in my opinion. Once you get through the Echoes and the Kate Bishop, which are the real challenges that spawn in here, the Kestrels and the Nick Fury become your primary targets. Once you lock them down and knock them out, you're through home free. Also, remember, basics as soon as you can. As soon as you knock out those big damage dealers, basic everybody. Make sure you get your abilities reset for their next node. This one, the City Heroes. Again, we rolled over this. The new City Heroes with Spider Society. Rock. They made it very minimal brain power needed. It is worth noting, you kind of want to make sure you're taking out Shuri and the Nakias, because they can mess up your run. They can remove a lot of your buffs. She can heal when you're about to kill a bunch of characters. So making sure that you control those characters, specifically the Nakias and Shuri, is going to be helpful. But again, we rolled over that pretty easy. And as always, make sure towards the end, if you have 1 or 2 units left, just basic them out. Global Bio, this was another one that actually wasn't too bad. Again, with the full gamma with the leader, him being able to heal and pass things around was very nice. Making sure you tackle Emma Frost early is important, as well as Deathpool. Once they're gone, a lot of these, and same thing with Ms. Marvel, you're going to kind of have to deal with Ms. Marvel, and you'll see what I mean when you play it and when we post the node guide. But, the pre-taunt tanks, you're just going to kind of have to work through, so kind of planning to maybe have better abilities to take them out quickly. But Emma and the Anti-Venom are the only things that really heal and mess with you order of operations-wise. And again, with the Dad Bros, they hit hard, but if you're planning your ability usage correctly, you'll be able to heal off of Brawn and still have a couple turns after they dump damage on you, and you'll survive okay. The Gamma team hangs on to that really well. Moving on, this is another Node 5. This is Cosmic. This was easy. Making sure that you time out when you kill Red Hulk, though, is important. Mostly because if you let him pop off, he pops the global ability, he's going to rock your day. You can take out Ghost Spider and one of the Rhinos pretty quick, and then use the Rhino that's adjacent to Red Hulk to make sure you're slamming him hard. I believe I was able to Icarus ping this out. We'll have to check the footage in the next video when we post the node guide. Which, again, the node guide is just going to be my live stream, how we got through each node. You'll see the process. We'll put timestamps on it, so you'll have something to refer to. But him and Omega Red are the major threats. You can work around everybody else, and with the Cosmic team we recommend, it's pretty breezy easy. 5 Masters of Evil. This is one of the hardest nodes in the entire event. This is one that is worth taking a couple minutes to talk about. So this one starts from these 2 Gambits back. So you're going to start with 2 Gambits, a Loki, Valkyrie, OG Thor, 2 Mighty Thors, and a Silver Surfers. And this is pain, because the 2 Gambits are going to start just ping, 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 right? And then if you kill any of the Asgardians, including Valkyrie, without in some way, shape, or form disrupting the Thors, they're all going to have immunity and safeguard and all this other crap. So it's very important that you prioritize what you tackle and in what order. And again, you'll see in the node guide, we kind of go for the Gambits just to stop the pings, but I believe we'd even diverge for a minute to ability block the Silver Surfer, so he couldn't ability block us with his ultimate. Then we have to pop over and work down all the Asgardians a little bit so that we can pop Icarus, or not Icarus, so we could pop Kang's Kang Bang and kill everybody in one go, or as close to one go as we could get. And that was tough. It took us a few tries, but again, we'll have that in the node guide. Once you get past that, as long as your Toons are in decent health, this butt end of the lineup isn't bad. Remember, Emma Frost and Dazzler, believe it or not, are going to be 2 challenging units. Emma, because she's going to manipulate your turn meter as soon as she spawns in. And then Dazzler, because she's able to cleanse debuffs on their team. So she'll be able to cleanse things off of Rogue and Jubilee and Phoenix and Beast and Phantom X. So you're going to want to take these 2 utility pieces down as quickly as you can while trying to keep Rogue locked down. Moving on ahead, we're back to City Hero. Again, this was a nothing burger. I don't even remember this node. I was worried about the Morgan Le Fay because I remember the first time I did this, it was super duper hard, and I walked through it. So again, Spider Society, and if you don't have Penny or one of the other members, throw in like Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, and you will breeze through this. Global Bio is Global Bio. This one was a little tough just because we had to take care of the Moon Dragons. If you don't know, Moon Dragon can flip all your buffs, either to debuffs or to cleanse them all together. And then everyone else hits you a lot harder and hurts a lot more. But once you get through this first wave, you want to make sure you get the Moon Dragons and the Bronze out first. Those are your big ones, because if these Bronze are here, when this Red Hulk comes in, you might as well reset the node, because they're just going to keep boosting him and healing him, and he's going to pop his ultimate, he's going to drop that rock on your team, and then it's over. So this was only challenging in the sense that you have to take out some of the utility while working down other Toons and making sure your timing for going after Red Hulk is right, so that when you do start focusing him and having to hit him and giving him those charges, you can just laser him out super fast. Second to last node, Cosmic. Again, this one was kind of easy breezy. In this instance, I always try to tackle Archangel and Dark Beast first because Dark Beast can revive other members of the Death Seed team with his special. So making sure that the damage dealer in Archangel and the revive potential in Dark Beast are out, then you're going to kind of move through your damage dealers, your Dad Bros, your Psylocks, your Death Pools. The second phase isn't really too bad. Again, it's making sure you contain Magneto, and once Magneto's out, you'll be able to clean up everything else very quickly. This is your last node with the five of the best cosmic characters that are pretty easy to attain in the game. So you should just be blasting through it, right? Maybe make sure you save a couple ults to get through or lock down Magneto once he spawns in, but this one was not bad. And then finally, your final Masters of Evil node. Now, this seems super intimidating, right? You have pretty much a full Death Seed in here. You pretty much have a full Unlimited in here. You have some Darkhold in here, and you have some Gamma in here, and you have an APOC. But if you played smart and your abilities are recharged for your Masters of Evil team, this is actually a walk in the park. Just like the last node, you take out Archangel, Dark Beast, and of course you got to focus our boy Gambit. Those are your 3 top priorities. Then you shift to the Dazzlers. By that time, the Morgan Le Fay and the Rogue and this Strange Heartless will be in. You should be about able to Kang Bang by now, wiping most of those characters out and preventing them from any kind of revivability. Then you're going to get some Gamma, and depending on who drops, you might just get Gamma, or if you dropped a lot of them, you might get Gamma and APOC, and the problem with that is you're going to have to make sure you get Brawn out, because Brawn's just going to keep healing him, and you're just going to try to outlast. If with the run, I believe we did it, APOC came in after we cleaned up some Gamma, so we had like maybe a She-Hulk, A-Bomb, Red Hulk, APOC, and like Strange Heartless, and I was able to kind of ping my way through. APOC almost got us. We finished this with only 2 characters standing, which might be why our efficiency here, our point total was a little lower than necessary. So maybe you max efficiency it, you get that 500k. But we were able to get through with 2 of our Masters of Evil, including Kang standing, and we got our 3-star unlock. So speaking of the 3-star unlock, let's claim it right now, gang. Let's recruit our boy Nova. Now, Nova's a pretty important character. He's used in the Nowhere War team. He's arguably the best member of that team. It's him, Infinity War, Thor, and what's its name? Cosmo, the goodest girl dog, are kind of your big ones. Korg is okay. Star-Lord, Infinity War is terrible. Annihilation, sorry. Star-Lord Annihilation, that's which one it is. He is terrible and barely worth upgrading for the war bonuses. But with that in mind, friends, that is the minimum star unlock guide. We're going to have the node guide posted probably tomorrow or the day after, once I do some light editing just to make sure it's in good shape. And then we'll be ready to move on and hopefully be posting our Black Cat guide. Other things to look forward to on the channel. We've got a Super Skrull talk coming up here in the next couple days. What I used, what the new hotness is going to be, and how you can best prepare. And as always, friends, if you found this video useful, please make sure you leave it a like. Comment down below if you think of something I missed or another strategy that worked well for you. If you were able to push that 500 points using this strategy, let me know. Drop it in the comments so we can pin it and let everyone else know that if you're cleaner with your Masters of Evil, unlike me, that it'll work out for you. And, of course, if you like the content you see here, you can catch us every day on Twitch. Well, not every day. You can catch us every day between Tuesday and Friday. From about 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until about 11 a.m. Sometimes we go longer, sometimes we go shorter, sometimes we play other games, but mostly it's Marvel Strike Force, pushing Cosmic Crucible, Alliance War, and the like. And if you're interested in that stuff, make sure you leave me a follow on Twitch at Row of Gilead as well. But as always, friends, long days and pleasant nights. I hope you have a great day and get yourself a Nova, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.